take it away. All right, so welcome to the team call. It is April 30th, and we've got Baylee Kye, Glancer, here, and she's going to teach us how she is kicking booty with the Instagram. You want to tell us, there's some people on this call who may not know who you are or like what you're about or what you do. So you want to tell them a little bit about you and how you got started with Beachbody and coaching?
Yeah, so I'm 20 years old. I live in Florida right now, and I started coaching in October of last year. I did Beachbody a couple years ago and completed like 4 rounds of Insanity and like 6 of 21 Day Fix Extreme. And I was just a customer, I think. I was signed up under my grandma. And then I kind of fell off of it, got back on track, started coaching, and my main goal was to hit Diamond, and I hit Diamond in March. I think I hit Emerald maybe in January. So I'm going to share my Instagram techniques because I just use Instagram to get my people. I try to use Facebook, but it doesn't always work because I don't really, I'm like a teenager and I just use Instagram. So
not anymore. You're not a teenager anymore, huh?
Not a teen. Was, but I don't really use Facebook, only for family stuff. So I just get all my people from Instagram. So I'm gonna share some of my tips and tricks with you guys. So first I want to talk about, I guess, like what I do on a daily basis. So what I do is I wake up and I do power hour. So I even go more than an hour sometimes just because I have a lot of time in the mornings. So I usually do a power hour in the morning and a power hour at night because I know a lot of people wake up, they get on Instagram, and a lot of people go to bed on their phones. So I've been doing like morning and night lately. So what I do is I wake up and I have like found my hashtags that I like to search for on Instagram. So I just watched Beachbody Champion said, if you find your things, the people you want on your team. So for instance, my hashtags are like coffee lover, waffle addict, like just stuff that pertains to me. Target shopper, whatever. I try to find people that are like in Florida, girls in Florida. Competitions.
I think you're breaking up a little bit, Baylee.
Okay, hold on. Let me move, maybe closer to the house. Is this better?
Perhaps.
Is it better? No?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah? No?
Yes.
Okay. So what I did was just found like some things that I like, and those are the people I go for now. So my hashtags are waffles, coffee, Target, Florida, body, like body empowerment because I've struggled with body image issues. So I have all those hashtags in my notes section, and I'll just like type them into Instagram and start looking at like all the people hashtagging the same stuff. That's how I've been getting a lot of my people. So in the morning I wake up, type in like a hashtag, and just follow 50 to I've been doing 50 people just because 100 was so much, and it was like it was way too time consuming, and I was kind of burning myself out. So I've been doing 50 people, 50 follows. I have a new method where I follow 50 people a day in the morning, but I don't message them until the next day, just because I feel like when in the past, I've followed people and I messaged them right away without like liking their stuff, without commenting, like kind of building a little bit of trust there. And people would just turn me down instantly. They were like, so you just followed me to like get me to join this group. So I've been following in the morning and messaging the next day, but I keep track of it on my computer now instead of writing everything down. So I keep a spreadsheet of like all my people that I follow, when I followed them, the day I messaged them, and then notes about them. So I type in like, why did their page intrigue me? Was it because they liked waffles? Did they post about coffee? Do they go shopping a lot? Do they like crop tops? Because I love crop tops. So I just put in the notes, like, why did I follow them? I didn't just follow them because I wanted some random person on my team. It's because there was something that caught my eye about the person. So I've been putting notes in about their page, just stuff like that. And so I have a little timeline. Let me find it, of when I follow and follow up with that. So I'll follow, say, 50 on a Monday. If they don't follow me back within 2 days, then I'll probably unfollow them. Maybe if it's like 3 to 4 days, I'll just use Captivate and maybe unfollow some people. Or Cleaner, my bad. I will, let's see. Yeah, so I'll just follow 50, see if they follow me back. Usually a lot of them follow you back right away, you know, if you like 10 of their pictures in a row. So I've never really had to like unfollow everyone I've followed, but I'll follow them on a Monday morning, message them on a Tuesday morning. You know, maybe they went to my page and saw my Instagram story about my new boot camp, or maybe they went and voted in my poll, you know, stuff like that. So I give them a chance to like look at my page, I guess, and see like who I am. I'm not just a stranger to them. I do cold invites. So sometimes like out of the blue, I'll just message people. I guess it's like the same thing as following and messaging them right away. So I guess you could call that a cold invite. So I do them sometimes, but I like to wait a day because it just higher my chances of getting people to sign up. So I do that. And then my biggest thing is Instagram polls. So I'll run a poll, you know, like, how do you like your coffee, black or with cream? Whatever. So I do other stuff, like life stuff, food, stuff like that. It's good to keep it real and share like what's going on in your life on a daily basis. People like to see that. They don't just like to see you trying to like bribe them in to do Beachbody. So they want to know like you're a real person and, you know, you relate to them somehow. Maybe you're in school, you're in college, and you're doing your workout before class or something, and they're like, she does it, so, you know, maybe I can do it, whatever. And so I'll do a poll when I'm about to start a boot camp. I'll do a poll saying, are you ready to jumpstart your health and fitness journey? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm sure you guys have seen like Instagram polls before, or you may do them on your own. And I won't ever give the option of no. I'll either be like, yes, please, I'm ready, or no, or like, yes, but I have some questions. So the main thing with polls is just don't give them the option of no, because it's super easy just to click no and get through the poll. And then let's see what else.
Well, can I ask a question really quick? Yeah. When you're messaging the people who follow you, what are you saying? Like what is your script right now?
So my script right now is, so this is my like timeline of following and like when I'm trying to get people for my boot camp. So from like so for instance, from the 30th of April to like May, my next one's it's starting on May 7th. So from like the 30th of April to like the 6th of May, I reach out constantly, do my power hour, stuff like that. But I'm reaching out more than like in the middle of the month, because I want to sign so many people up just in the beginning to get them on track with the boot camp. And then if I have any late straggler signups, then I'll let them in. But if you're saying like my boot camp's open for enrollment, we're starting May 7th, and then you promote it like the next week and you're like, my boot camp's still open, you know, that's not like creating that urgency. And people are like, well, she has boot camps literally every week, so, you know, I'll just join in next month or something. So between like the 30th and the 6th, just depends on the date, I will follow the people. And what I message is like, let's see. So I have two, but one is, hey girl, how are you? Thanks so much for following my health and fitness journey. I'm actually opening a few more spots in my boot camp this month. and wanted to see if you'd be interested in joining us. So that's one I use for like people who are watching my Instagram stories, or people who have followed me, something like that. And then people that, you know, like are just like cold invites, I say, hey girl, how are you? Thanks so much for following my health and fitness journey. If I hooked you up with 30 to 60 minute workouts that you can stream from anywhere and meal plans aligned to your goals and a boot camp group to help hold you accountable and support you, would you be down to jump in with me? And I've had a lot more responses with that one rather than the first one. So if you kind of just get it out there, like what you, like the little short conclusion of what's, you know, what you get included when you sign up. Like if I hooked you up with 30 to 60 minute workouts that you can stream online, meal plans, boot camp, that's really like everything they get. And then you can explain it in like you get shakes and stuff like that. So that's like the scripts I'm using to kind of change day to day sometimes if I have like a new idea in mind. And then I also had, let's see, I was going to talk about, so I've been doing, I have a lot of people that just say, you know, I can't afford it this month, maybe check back in next month. Once 160 to like 240 does sound like a lot, you know, especially to like my target, which is like 19-year-olds all the way up to like 25, 27. You know, they might be in college, they're trying to like eat, you know, all they can eat is like packaged foods. They can't afford groceries, let alone afford something for $160. It just sounds like a lot right all up at once. So I've been giving the option of, so I'll be like, $160 is the best, you know, bang for your buck. It comes with the year's workouts, you know, all the stuff, portion control containers. I throw in the free t-shirt if you complete a program, which is like a $25 value. The shakes, which is like a $130 value. So I list everything with the $160 challenge pack. Then I say, or there's a $99 option, which is just the workouts and meal plans. And then I will give them access to my boot camp and, you know, try to get them to convert to challenge pack or something like that. And then I give them the option of the $39 Beachbody On Demand quarterly. So just with those options, a lot of people will look at the $160 challenge pack and they'll be like, well, I get way more with that, you know, so that's like buying 2 quarterly on demand, you know, whatever. So I just give them those 3 options. There's also like a free 7-day trial or whatever. I don't give them that option just because I know they'll probably be like, oh, free. So they'll just jump on it right away. But if they like compare all that stuff I explained to them, they'll probably just jump on with the $160 challenge pack. So that's also another thing that has helped me, especially this month because April's been kind of a slow month for me. But so I give them those options, and then does anyone have any questions? I feel like I'm out of breath.
I'm just curious, like, what are so is money the biggest objection that you're getting right now? And
it's money.
Something that has helped you to like get people to commit when they're like giving you price objections?
Yeah, so like I had a girl today that I followed up with because last month she said, well, I can't afford it this month, so check up with me like end of April. So, you know, it's like literally end of April today. And I checked in with her, you know, and I told her, I know you couldn't afford it last month, but, you know, we're all getting ready for summer. It's going to be freaking awesome. So if you're willing to invest some money in your health, it's totally worth it. And she actually told me like, yeah, like I have enough money this month, but I might not be able to sign up until like, you know, like she just gave me another objection. So when people give me money objections, I just ask them like, is there any way I can help you? Because they obviously had interest in it, but the money was just like not there. So that's when I kind of give them those other options is like the $39 Beachbody On Demand, which that's cheap. So, I mean, and you get that for like quarterly is like 3 months or 4 months. So I've had a lot of people just get the quarterly because they didn't have the money for the other ones. So that's when I kind of throw in those options, and then their eyes open and they're like, okay, so maybe I can afford it. And then, next month when they said they could afford it maybe more, you can convert them to a challenge pack. So yeah, I do have a lot of money objections. So I kind of just find ways to really just get around it, because either way, it's going to be so worth it, and just do it. And then another thing is I've been using I think it's word swag a lot. So I'll post, recognition on my Instagram stories. I'll scroll through my Facebook group, show everyone the Facebook group you get. I'll kind of just put it out there. I don't really post on my stories hey, yeah, I'm drinking this Shakeology. It's $129. The number one rule of Beachbody is don't talk about Beachbody, but try to talk about it. Just talk around it. So I'll post videos of me drinking my pre-workout, and I've gotten 6 actually through Facebook. 6 people bought pre-workout through me. They just asked for the link. They were like, where can I get this? I want to give you credit for it. And I was like, okay. So I just gave them the link because they saw my video. So I don't really put out there yeah, this liquid gold, it gives me energy. It's $49.99. So just post a picture of you with Shakeology or your liquid gold or your mommy energy juice, or your little keywords for Shakeology, your chocolate salad. I know Kerri calls it I think she's called it chocolate salad before. But just put it out there, but don't actually direct your post about it. Just come up with a caption, and people are what's that brown stuff in your cup? What are you drinking? So that's one thing, is when I first started out coaching, I would just post about, this shake, it has millions of superfoods and it's so good for your body. You should buy it. And people were like, dude, you're selling stuff. And people don't like that. So that's another thing, is when I'm on Instagram and I'm getting coaches, at the end of the month, I kind of try to sign up coaches just because I'm focusing on my boot camp at the first of the month. So when I'm getting coaches, they'll be like, so am I selling anything? And I'm like, no, you're literally honestly, how I see it is if you don't even get someone signed up with the challenge pack, you're out there helping people. You're talking to people about their fitness goals. You can give free advice. It's not everyone that you message probably thinks, maybe if you come off bad, they think oh, well, she's trying to get me to sign up with this freaking $160 challenge pack. But it's so much more than that. It's you can build a relationship with somebody. You can ask them how you can help them in their journey, stuff like that. And that's what I tell my coaches. And that's what gets them to sign up, is they're not selling anything. They can literally be a coach for 4 months and just build relationships with people. They can just talk to people and share their journey. And then, yeah, maybe they can sign people up with challenge packs, but they get to know people that need help, and they reach out to people.
They have a lot more to offer than just a link.
Yeah. I have a guy that up as a coach, and he's been so skeptical for a month, because he's I've never been good at selling products. And I'm like, dude, you're not selling products. This is not It Works. You're not selling wraps. Okay. You're literally, I'm going to teach you how to help people. And then they're kind of oh, okay. So maybe this will be good, because, you can work on yourself while also helping people better themselves. So that's also what I tell people on Instagram when they message me about coaching. But I just focus on posting, connecting, and inviting. So PCI. I post every day, usually once. I don't really post twice, because your post could get lost in the sauce and people won't be able to see it. And then I connect with people. I build relationships. I don't just come off as this salesperson. That's why maybe your team is not growing, is because you're coming off as a salesperson. So you have to build a relationship with someone, because I know when I signed up as when I signed up for Beachbody a long time ago with Kerri, I was searching for a coach. I was are there any coaches out there? And I'm pretty sure it took us a while for me to sign up because she built this relationship with me and she turned it into this like huge friendship, and she's still my friend and my mentor and has been for like 5-6 years. You know, if she would have came off as like the salesperson and didn't really like care about my goals, I probably wouldn't be in this spot today. So you just have to build relationships with people, and your followers, it's more than just a number. It's really about connecting with them and then inviting them, like, you know, so.
Do any of you guys have questions?
Doesn't sound like it.
No? Hey, Baylee, what, I know that a lot of us kind of struggle when we get sick or when things aren't going very well. And my dog is, Nevaeh is attacking me right now. I've always been so impressed at your ability to like share the shit, you know, like you, like Baylee holds nothing back. If you're not following her on Instagram, her Instagram name is Fit Peanut Fitness, and she shares on her Instagram story, like, how many people do you have following you right now or watching your stories?
I think I looked this morning, it was like 1,400, and when I started coaching, it was like 900. So it's kind of grew a little bit, and it's like new people. It's not. It used to be just like the same 900 followers I had, but now it's like new people just watching my story, like probably finding me on the Explore page. I'm not really sure.
And what would you suggest to somebody who's like worried about, maybe they're just having a bad day? Like, how do you still share when you're having a bad day, when you're feeling crappy, when you're feeling low? Like,
so like the past week, it was my birthday. I ate like crap. I was bloated, and I literally thought I was like the fattest person in the world, no joke. And I was like being hard on myself every single day. And so I still posted. I posted videos of like how I was feeling, and some girl messaged me, and she had like the same birthday as me. She was like, dude, I'm in the same boat. Like, I ate like crap, and now I feel like a whale. So you share like how you're feeling. If you're having body image issues, you know, if you like just forget how far you've come in your journey and you're like all depressed about it, sharing it will like, it makes you feel so much better, because people out there that are watching your story are relating to you. Like, you don't know it, but when I have body image issues, I'll either make a post about it and people will comment, you know, like the comments obviously make you feel better. But other people will also message you and be like, how do you get through it? Like, they'll want your advice. So if you're just like ghosting your social media because, you know, your body feels like crap, well, you can still record your face. So I'm still active, because people out there, they're probably struggling too. So they, you know, maybe you're their only accountability that day because they only saw your video. Like, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but
that makes sense. Lisbeth's wondering how to get more people to watch your story. Like, how do you increase those numbers?
So if you do like find some hashtags, you know, so I know you're a mom, maybe search like, I don't know, are you like a mom of a boy? I forgot.
Two girls.
Okay. So search like mama of girls. I don't know, anything that relates to you, search it in the Instagram. There's like people, places, hashtags, click hashtags, follow the hashtag, and just like look through it and start following a lot of people. They'll see that you follow them, and they'll probably just click on your little photo, and it automatically brings your story up. So they'll see it, they'll tap through it. That'll definitely get you some more people on your Instagram stories. I think just following people will really help that. And also, I've come to find that if you pick like, I picked like a hashtag called like Target lover, because I love Target. I searched it, and it was all Beachbody coaches. Like, no joke, every Beachbody coach loves Target, obviously. But I was like scrolling through and I was like, nope, can't follow, join my fit tribe, nope. It was like all Beachbody coaches. So you kind of have to, instead of just like looking at their picture, like click on their picture, click on their profile and see if they're a Beachbody coach, because you kind of don't want to waste your time like messaging Beachbody coaches. Right. They're gonna be like, oh no, girl, I'm a Beachbody coach too. Like, but I've accidentally did that a couple times, and there's some girls that are Beachbody coaches around where I live, and now we're all gonna meet up. So maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah. But
just like pick some unique hashtags and follow them, and then when the person follows you, they're gonna look at your story. It's just even if they don't follow you back, they're gonna click on your picture and just follow. Just like look at your story. So just be active on your stories, and when you're active on your stories, people know that you're a real person, and that you have a journey to share too. Like, you're not scared of sharing. So
awesome. Baylee, you're 20 years old. You started doing this in October. So I don't know if she mentioned that, like, she hasn't been coaching for very long at all. So to already be like a diamond coach with active working coaches, Baylee has her own coaching page. She's already like running her own challenges and all of that kind of stuff. As a 20-year-old, I can't even imagine, like, my 20-year-old self I just feel like there's no way I could have done what you're able to do right now. What have you done as far as like personal development, business development? Like, how did you get your mindset to be in a place where you can reach out to this many people? Because obviously with this business, there is going to be rejection, right? There are going to be people out there who aren't always saying, yes, where you go, I follow, right? Sometimes the internet world can be harsh. How are you handling all of that?
So I've always like dealt with rejection, just because in like middle school I was overweight and I was, not accepted a lot. So I've always feared rejection. It's always been a huge fear of mine. It still is, even though I am a Beachbody coach. I see it every other message I get is like just rejection. But you kind of just have to let it pass over your head, because there's millions of people out there on Instagram. Like over 10 million people that are probably searching for help. And if one person rejects you, that's like, there's so many other people out there that need your help. So you kind of either just have to let it go, don't message back. A big thing that's helped me with the job I do in Florida too is personal development. So I didn't make it a huge priority when I started coaching, and I should have, because coaching is all mental. It's all a mind game. If you think you can't hit emerald, you're not going to hit emerald, because it's all in your mind. If you put your mind to hitting emerald, you're going to hit emerald. So developing your mind, working on yourself before you go and help people, is honestly going to like help your rejection, like handling rejection a lot more. So I've been doing personal development every day. I listen to more audiobooks than I don't like to read. So I just listen to audiobooks. I've been listening to them when I work out instead of music. I've been listening to them like at night. When I go to bed, I just fall asleep to an audiobook. In the morning, I'll like lay out by the pool and just listen to an audiobook. But if you're not doing personal development and working on yourself, you can't help other people, because your mind has to be right to be able to help people in their journey. They want to be able to count on you. They want to rely on you. But if if you don't think you can help them, you're not going to be able to help them. So it's all about mental. It's all a mind game.
Which books have you been listening to? Like, what audiobooks have rocked your world lately?
So hold on, let me look at them. I read all of Miracle Morning, and that's one that I started to send it to my coaches, like an actual copy of it, which I learned, like Pat said it on the last call. So I started sending it to my coaches. And then another one is, it's called the Vision Board Podcast, I think. It's on iTunes podcast. And I also made a vision board. So with the job I have now in Florida and Beachbody, these like literally correlate to each other. I made a vision board, and that's opened my eyes so much, because by the end of this year, I want to be like elite. I want to be like 5-star diamond, whatever, whatever my goal is. Like I'm gonna become an elite Beachbody coach. It's gonna happen because it's on my vision board, and that's what I want to accomplish. So, if you don't have a vision board, you should make one. Like, cut pictures out of magazines, write quote, like, I'm pretty sure you guys know what a vision board is, but if you don't have one, I'm a visual learner. So if I'm like sitting on the couch talking to someone and, we're talking about my goals, maybe I'm like saying that because it's in the moment, but if it's actually written down or like in pictures, it's so much more realistic. And like, cut out a picture of an elite Beachbody coach sign, like something, a plane because you want to go on so many trips, like with the Beachbody money that you get, like a new house, a new car, stuff like that. So that's also helped me.
The Miracle Morning, and then the Vision Board podcast.
Yeah, the Vision Board podcast.
Said something about the Beachbody Champions page.
Yeah. So, what do you mean?
Is that like a place that you go to regularly to?
Oh yeah, like Beachbody Champions. There's so many videos in there, like training videos. That's really where I learned like my Instagram things, like the new things, changing your bio to where it's like things you like, just a lot of like the apps they use. There's a lot of good info on Beachbody Champions, and I've been sharing that with my coaches too. So, and you can just search in the little search bar. I search Instagram, and all like the Instagram training videos come up. You can probably search like Facebook, and all the Facebook training videos come up. Like coach basics, coach training, so like new coach training, stuff like that. There's literally everything in that page. So that's also helped me a lot.
Awesome. Guys, is there any other questions for Baylee while we have her on here leading this team call for us? No? Nothing? All right. I'm so glad you guys got on here. It's kind of cool to have Marie's downline on the call as well. And we have this all recorded. See, in the Fit Crew, we end every call with love. So let's go ahead and give Bay some hearts. Bay, do you want to take a picture of all of our love for you? Let me see if I can. Okay. Managing.
Dang, John, I see those muscles, John.
Yeah, John. Okay. Everybody smile. Cheese it up. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much for getting on. I will stay on until everyone is off. So if you want to chat about something,